we know that over the next, few weeks, we're going to just see some record-breaking numbers. Some of you are going to go diamond and emerald. So we wanted to make sure you have all the facts, okay, so that you know exactly what's happening and how you can position you and your team to win. Anybody want to win? I know everybody wants to win, right? Exactly. So everybody wants to win. And so welcome, everyone. And so the first thing we want to jump into is when we think holiday season, especially Black Friday, Cyber Monday, for us this season, we really looked at three strategies. One of them is the gift of legacy, for you to leave that legacy, for you to have a business that can keep on providing returns decade after decade. But we also want to help you achieve your goals, okay? And so we put together some very aggressive pricing so that we can help you go to the next level. And some of you that want to go diamond, some of you that want to go sapphire, we definitely looked at this also as a way for you to team build. And so all of those were a part of the strategy when we put together these packages. And so what I want to do is we're going to go through the packs. We're going to talk about the perks that you receive. And there's some that you might not even know you get that you're going to learn that you get tonight. And so one of the ones we want to focus on first is our new members pack. Because some of you are brand new to the business. Some of you have not yet purchased the Crown Jewel Dispensary. So it's very important that you understand which pack you're eligible to purchase, okay? And so we have our $15.99 pack. And so with that pack, one of the things that you might not know is last year we offered the ability for you to pay 50% down for those who just didn't have the $15.99 plus your tax, right? So this year we're extending that same opportunity. So for those of you who've been wondering how I'm going to pull it together, you can actually pay 50% down, and then you can pay the other 50% by the end of the year. And so let's look at some of the perks that come with this. Instead of getting $100 back like you get with the $7.99 pack, you actually get $200 back as cash. You also get $200 back in loyalty points. And so for those who do purchase this, that's $400 that goes back to the purchaser, okay? In addition to the fact that this is over a $2,000 value, because not only do you have the product, but when you add up the fact that it's also going to give you your Wakana Universities, because you need those, especially if you're brand new, you need the Wakana University. That gives you access to certification. You also need your broker license. Well, guess what? That's already included. In addition to that, you actually get the benefits as if you purchased a full Crown Jewel, because you're going to advance 6 levels in our comp plan as it relates to your title. You're going to get paid as a sapphire when you actually come in with this special pack right here for 6 months, okay? And so those are just some of the updates. Of course, the products, you've already probably seen the products. I know we posted those on Facebook, so make sure you take a look at the products, because one of the things that we really wanted to do was be strategic. We wanted to make sure that these are products that you can resell. These are products that you can sample. If you notice, these are our best sellers. And so it's really put you in the best position to absolutely win and to get out there and crush it. So what I'm going to do real quick now is we want to actually look at some scenarios, okay? So who actually are the people that are eligible and who should be purchasing this pack right here at the $15.99? If you came in with a free test drive, then this is your pack. If you bought a stimulus dispensary and you never bought a Crown Jewel or anything of that nature, then guess what? This is your pack. If you bought the millennial, this is the pack that you should focus on. If you came in with a personal dispensary for $2.99, this is your pack, okay? So these are the groups of people that should look at the $15.99. So now what I want to do real quick is also discuss what if you want to do 2 shares. Some of you have already emailed, some of you have asked a question. On the second pack, you actually get to pay the $7.99. So in the event you do want to get 2 shares on your second pack, you're spending $7.99.95. Hopefully that's clear. So now let's kind of look at what the whole benefit of getting paid as a sapphire, because when I start adding up the benefits of that pack, I mean, they're endless. You know, your certifications, all the products that you get. But one of the best parts of this is the fact that we're going to advance you in our comp plan. If you're brand new, you might not really understand what that means, but we have some examples of people that are in our business, and if all they did was purchase this pack right here, because they never purchased a pack. They got in, They brought a few people. That team started to grow, and they just decided to do nothing. For 30 days, we let you do nothing. For 30 days, you can just do the test drive. But after those 30 days, guess what? You have to do something. Either you have to build your team to where it's even enough to where you can advance in our comp plan, or you have to get one of those packages, okay? And so when you purchase that $15.99, instead of you getting paid as a normal distributor in our business, we're going to take you all the way up to the Sapphire status, and I'm going to show you how that literally will actually equate to more money every single month for those who are actually out there building your business. And so that's exciting. You get to advance those levels in our comp plan. So now you're not an associate. You're not a broker. You're not an agent. You're not a pearl, jade. You are treated as a sapphire. The only difference is you don't share in the revenue pool, but all the other sapphire compensation gets paid out to you. And so let's kind of look at that for a second, because if you're not paid as a sapphire, and if you're not building a team that's sapphire qualified, you're making what we call your level 0 commissions, which means on your own website, and you're also making 2 more levels of commissions, okay? You're getting paid on your level 1 and your level 2. Now, if you're purchasing an order every month that equals at least $75, you're also getting paid at level 3. So can you imagine when you buy that pack, you don't have to worry about a $75 order. You don't have to worry about getting a customer that does $75. You're automatically going to be paid not only that additional level, but all 6 levels as a pearl. In fact, let's look at an example of that. So you're expanding your money. You're expanding your comp plan. And for those of you who've already been in our business, maybe more than a year, some of you already are at your level 4. You're at your level 5, and every single week, because you never got the sapphire, you're leaving money on the table. We don't want anybody to leave money on the table. So I'm going to show you also how you, as a person who's already in our business for the last year plus, can go back and collect that extra money. Who wants to collect some extra money, okay? You better tell me money in those comments so I can show you how you can collect that extra money. Here we go. Let's look at it. Okay, so here's the rules, guys. You can actually purchase this pack from now all the way through November the 15th, okay? You can do it via cashier's check. You can do it via a money order. You can do it via a personal check. Now, the reason why, if you're doing it personal check, you want to get it in as early as possible, because we need time for that check to clear so that you can actually get your products released and for us to put that order in the system, okay? Now, instead of you getting 1,600 points, because you're doing it during this pre-order phase, we're giving you 2,000 points. Let's put that in perspective. If you are trying to go sapphire, you had 5 of your brand new people that did this, you would already be also a qualified sapphire in our business, okay? How exciting is that? So now let's look at the points, because oftentimes when you talk about points, people mix them up between points earned and CV. So let's look at really what that means as it relates to you advancing to the next level. So let's look at some examples. If you go to your back office, and if you click on My Team, everyone's familiar with Data Viewer, right? So with the Data Viewer, it's going to show you where your points fall and how they accumulate, right? And so when you're selling retail products, everyone knows that you should be looking at your personal level, right? And go all the way to CV. So anything that's retail counts towards your CV. But when you're buying packages like this pack, it's a founding member pack, it's counting towards what? Your PE. And that means your points earned. And so with points earned, you get to count them all the way through infinity for a rank advance. So it doesn't matter what level it's on, all of those founding member packs that are happening on your level 1, 2, 3, all the way through level 20, all of that counts towards helping you go to that next rank. So I wanted to clarify that so that everyone knows that this is not CV. We're talking about points earned so that you can rank advance. You can go sapphire, you can go ruby, you can go emerald. And so now what we want to do real quick, now that you've looked at how you can actually track those points in your back office by simply going to My Team and Data Viewer, what I want to do now is talk about some options, okay? Because some of you are perhaps wanting to pay this via credit card. Perhaps you have a frequent flyer card or something that you want to use. So what are your options if you want to pay this via credit card? Well, you actually have 2 options, okay? Your first option is you can wait until Black Friday. On Black Friday, you can go right to your website. You can purchase it, still at $799.95, but you will then not get the 1,000 points. You're going to get 800 points, okay? So that's one option. Now, let's say you want to get those extra points, where instead of getting 800 points, you want to get 1,000 points, but you want to pay it right now via credit card. Well, anyone that pays it during this pre-order period via credit card, the only way to get those extra points is you got to do a 5% fee, because that's what it costs us. So you're going to have to pay that during the pre-order period, or you can wait till Black Friday and there's no 5%. So those are your choices for people that just definitely want to do it via credit card, okay? This is really something we've offered brand new. We did not offer this option last year. So this is something we're doing revolutionary as a way to help you be proactive in your business, okay? So now let's look at what it means for people that are existing founding members, okay? So if you are an existing founding member, or if you came into this business as a crown jewel where you purchased that full crown jewel package, instead of you reaching for that $15.99, you can actually become a founding member of Wakana for $7.99. How can you do it that way? Because you've already got your Wakana University, your certifications, so you don't need all the extra stuff that comes with that pack. So we've simplified it to provide for you products, right? And so for those of you who have meet these criteria, I'll put them on the screen so that you can take a snapshot, right? And that basically means any person who is already a crown jewel because you purchased the full crown jewel dispensary, or any person who's an existing founding member. So yes, existing founding members are eligible to try and actually collect more shares every month, okay? And so let's talk about your maximum amount of shares. If you're brand new, the maximum amount of shares you can have are 2 as it relates to the packs that you purchase, okay? If you are an existing founding member, we are going to allow you to go up to 3 shares. Some of you already have 2, so we're pretty much allowing you to get 1 more. And one of the benefits of getting 1 more, especially if you've been in this business a while and you're not qualifying every month as a Sapphire, is you get to go ahead and advance your business those 6 levels so that now you can start getting more comp plans. And for some of you, the first 2 months of getting paid those extra levels will pay for your pack, which I think is pretty exciting. So again, you're also resetting your clock, and you're going to extend those Sapphire benefits for 6 months. So whether you're brand new or whether you're already existing, that's a feature and benefit that every person's going to have when you purchase that founding member pack. And so let's look at an example real quick. And so with that particular example, what I want to show you is someone who has been in our business. Because they've been inactive for a while, we just deleted their account. But just to give you an example of how people leave money on the table, okay? They just leave money on the table. We don't know why people do that, but people always leave money on the table. And I never like to leave money on the table. So this is a person who brought 1 person into this business. Now, when we talk about no legs to balance, normally in a business, you can't bring 1 person in a business and make 6 levels of comp plan. It doesn't happen, right? Well, in our business, if you don't do anything else, but let's say you did buy our founding member pack, or let's say you bought the crown jewel, well, even if you only brought 1 person in that went to work, you would still make 6 levels of comp plan for those 6 months. And so this particular person, if all they would do was go buy a crown jewel pack or get a founding members pack, they would pick up all these levels of comp plan. I mean, this is thousands of dollars of products that are being purchased that they're just leaving money on the table. And I wanted to point that out because a lot of times people just don't pay attention to the numbers. And I love paying attention to the numbers. I never want to leave money on the table. And so let's just say that you are in our business right now. You already purchased a founding members pack. You already purchased a crown jewel pack. When you purchased that $7.99 during our pre-order phase, instead of getting 800 points, we're going to give you 1,000 points, okay? So that's your other benefit that you're going to collect, okay? Now let's talk about customer requirements, because this is something that typically always comes up. You know, how do I collect my share in the founding members pool? What does it mean? So with Wakana, what we do is we take 1% of all of our revenue. So this is profits. And so if we didn't make a profit, if you were doing 1% of profit, guess what? You wouldn't get paid. See, in our company, our founding members are getting 1% of our revenue. That's unheard of. That means every month, as long as you're qualified, you are guaranteed a check. There are some of you that have gotten a check every single quarter, and some of those checks were hundreds of dollars. I want you to think about someone in our business. They're not even at diamond level, but every single month they actually qualified. And collectively, when I went back and looked at some of those payouts, do you know we have people already who've been paid over $1,000+ back from our founding members pool? In fact, as a company, we've done now $3 million. So if you do 1% of that, that's $30,000. Can you imagine when we're at $30 million? And now all of a sudden that becomes $300,000. And here's what's cool. Once you become a founder, you're actually a founder for life. Even if you didn't qualify that month, you're still a founder, so you can come back and re-qualify at any month. So with the 3 customers, let's talk about that. Because some of you have already made up your mind that you want to get multiple packs, okay? And you're wondering, do I need 3 customers? Do I need 6 customers? How many customers do I need in order for me to be qualified? So here's what we're going to announce today. This is something we're announcing brand new, so you're the first to hear about it outside of some of our corporate team members. But from now through all of 2021, those same 3 customers are going to satisfy all of your requirements, even if you have 1, 2, or 3 shares with our company. We're not going to require that you do that because we know that with the pandemic, things have been hard. So we want to just find additional ways to put more money out there. And so just know, as long as you can be one of those customers, find 2 more. Every month you do that, not only will you get the 1 share on your first pack, you're going to get the 2nd share on your 2nd pack. And for those of you who have 3 packs, guess what? You're going to get all 3 shares every single month. I know I'm excited about that, right? And we've extended that for all of 2021. And so that's going to give you time to learn how to work your business so that you can be like some of our leaders like Shawana. Shawana has over 90 customers. I know Dr. Betty has over 70 customers. So we've made this as easy as possible because we want you to win. So let's look at where those checks are made payable to and how you can actually mail in those checks, okay? So checks or money orders or cashier checks should be payable to Wakana LLC, and you can mail them to our corporate headquarters. Make sure you put in care of founding members, okay? Put in care of founding members because that helps to expedite that. So make sure you take a screenshot of this because we're going to move to the next slide. Got a screenshot? Here we go. Boom. Okay, so let's say you're a part of the pre-order process. Your pack is going to be available to you on November the 20th for pickup. Okay, if we're mailing those out, we're going to start mailing those out on November 23rd. So we're going to do it first come, first serve. So the people that get in first, and we've already got several of you that already started sending those checks in, we're going to get those mailed out and available to you first, okay? So we're really excited about that. And so let's just look at some of the things that you need to do. So again, we talked about that 1%. So 1% of the company revenue going into this founders pool. How do you get those 3 customers? Well, if you decide to be one of your customers, then you can purchase whatever product you want as long as it's a retail product, okay? It could be a pre-roll for $11.95. That counts as 1 retail order. Now, the other 2 retail orders must come from 2 different people, okay? So let's say you have customer number 1 and 2. They purchase on your site. They purchase the bare minimum. They just purchase a pack of gummies for $14.95. Well, guess what? That counts. So if you had 3 orders on your site, as little as $14.95 or $11, I mean, guess what? We've made it so simple. I've had companies who I've been in order to be a founding member, you have to have 5 customers, and each one of them has to do $75 a month. Again, we don't want to leave anyone behind. We want to make sure everyone who wants this has no excuses, guys. And here's what's also cool about it. Yesterday, I was on a call similar to this, and someone asked a question. They said, hey, listen, I have people that have money. They want to get this, but they don't really want to do the work. And here's what I told them. If you have the resources, it makes sense to get this. Why? Because it's not like an investment where you're just waiting on a return. You're getting an instant amount of product back. You're getting instant cash back. So if you look at it, let's just say you did the $7.99 and you got $200 back between your free product and cash. That's $5.99 left over, right? And if we're giving you $1,000 worth of product, see, you already got your value back. So let's just say the first year you do nothing with this. But in year 2, you're like, wait a minute, I have kids who I want them to work this business. See, at any point, you can start working this business or perhaps give the gift of legacy to your children. Give it to them and allow them to have something that's going to pay them month after month when they just go out and get those 3 customers. So now let's look at how you can get more shares. Obviously, you can buy additional packs. That's going to give you up to those 3 shares. But with your first share, you're eligible for actually expanding your shares exponentially. So let's just say you're also working the comp plan. See, we really want to reward those people that are going after it, okay? When you're going after it month after month, we want to make sure you get a little more, okay? And so for those of you who hit Pearl, every month you hit Pearl, we're going to give you 3 shares instead of those 1 shares, right? If you hit Sapphire, every month you do that, you're getting 6 shares. At Ruby, you're getting 8 shares. At Emerald, you're getting 10 shares. At Diamond, you're getting 12 shares. And what's exciting about that, folks, I mean, again, we talk about the shares right now. Sometimes they're worth $12, $11. Can you imagine when they're worth $100? Okay. I mean, that's crazy when I think about the potential of where this is going. I mean, this is not something we're talking about in theory because we've already done our founding members now for a year. So, again, we have hundreds of people that are getting paid out every single quarter, and we want you to have an opportunity to evaluate this for yourself.
Time to level up, level up.
Level up, right? Level up, right? So you're probably asking, what if I don't get my 3 customers, okay? So I talked about that a little bit earlier. We're not penalizing you. So you might not get paid out that quarter, but at any time, you can come and get those customers and immediately qualify. Now, what if you got 3 customers only 1 month out of the quarter? Well, guess what? That 1 month, you still get paid. Again, I've been in companies, you have to qualify all 3 months of the quarter to get that check. See, most companies try to find every way to take money from you. We're trying to find every way to put money into your pockets, okay? But here's a very special announcement because, again, we just love giving gifts, and I feel like these are some special gifts that's going to really help bless you. For those of you who decide to take advantage of this during our pre-order period, okay, do you know that from now all the way to the end of December, okay, that means the very first quarter that you're going to get paid out, we are waiving your customer requirements, which means every person so you have nothing to lose, right? Everything's a gain. So that will be waived for those first 60 days because, again, we want to help you build your customers because some of you, your testimonial will be like Willie Mooney. Your testimonial will be like Dr. Betty and Shawana, who they never miss a founding member's check. And we want you to never miss a founding member's check. We want to, sometimes I'm up at 3, 4 in the morning because I have to calculate all these checks, okay? And I look and it always impresses me because do you know that on any given month, at least 50% of our founders are qualifying for their checks. And again, that's unheard of. Typically, you might have 2% of people qualifying. The reason why we have so many people qualifying because we really made this simple for everyone who wants it, okay? So now what also I want to announce, which is very exciting, you know, we have our existing founding members wall, okay? And I want to just thank you guys because you told our story, but now it's time for us to tell your story. You're going to hear more and more about the success of our distributors. We are excited about taking this wall and transforming it into our distributor wall with our new global vision for 2021 and beyond, okay? So this whole wall is transforming, and every person who's already a founder, plus everyone who becomes a founder this year, guess what? Your name is going to be on this wall, and some of you will have your pictures on this wall. So I know I'm looking at some of you right now, and I know your picture wall because together we're making history. You know, we are excited because when we think about Wakana, we think about you and what we're going to do together to make this a billion-dollar company. And we truly want to build millionaires just off of the Founders Program alone. And yes, we have a global vision. So we're redoing that Founders Wall, where we're going to actually put the world there because we're going to, in fact, I talked to Kathy Weathersby today. She's been trying to do some negotiations for us in Africa and other places as we start that road towards international expansion. Can you imagine as a founding member when we're actually having money come in from currencies around the world, from places you've never been, but you can earn money while you're sleeping because while you're in bed, those countries are up buying products. See, I've had the pleasure of building teams in over 40 countries around the world. And with Wakana, guess what? We're going to go to beyond 100 countries, and you're here, a part of it, and we want you on our founding members wall. We also are going to have some cool specials for Black Friday, so we're going to give you opportunities to really build this up with your customers. We're going to give our biggest discount of the year off every product. They're going to be able to get 25% off. And so just know on Black Friday, we're also giving special incentives for the first 100 to go online and shop. We're giving some $50 free products out to everyone who spends at least $250. And so we're just stacking it up, folks. And then we're going to turn around on Monday, and we're going to allow you to deliver to the door the gift of health. We're going to get free products out with the purchase of some of our products. And so, again, guys, we just put a lot out there. I showed those real quick because I wanted to give you a sneak preview because we're still working on those, okay? But just know the team is already thinking right now how to help you have the most epic holiday season ever, how to have the most financially successful holiday season ever. And so here's some tips in closing. You want to set your goal, and I want you to set it high. If you thought you were going sapphire, guess what? You might just go ruby. So set it high. Make your list. Book those parties. You'll be surprised. Right now, people want to get together, but they can't. So have some holiday parties online via Zoom introducing your products. Ask for support. Ask your family and friends to support your business this holiday season. Right now, there's a trend for people to support Black-owned and minority-owned businesses. You have a Black-owned, minority-owned business, so guess what you can do? Ask your family and friends for support. Give the gift of help this year. Instead of you shopping with all these retailers, spending all your money, and then we do what? We end up broke. Why don't we shop with ourselves? See, the best investment you can make is an investment in you. So how powerful if you can shop with yourself, give the gift of health, and the way we set our founder members pack up is designed for you to get gifts, to get samples, and for you to retail those products and attend all the calls and webinars. Reach out to your team. Schedule 3-ways. Add people to our Facebook group. And the most important thing is follow up, okay? We know that the fortune is always in the follow-up. And so with that being said, I know we're right now over and a little bit over, but hopefully we got all the information out that you need.